Why women's tennis is more mentally brutal than men's. The Grand Slam mind games nobody talks about. Game, set, mind meltdown? Most people associate brutal tennis with the physical intensity of men's matches. Djokovic's splits, Nadal's growls, and Medvedev's meltdowns. But women's tennis? It's even more mentally brutal. With only 3 sets, there's no time for mistakes or slow starts. Add in relentless pressure, media scrutiny, online trolls, unequal pay, and outdated gender debates, and you've got a psychological war zone disguised as a tennis match. Women's tennis isn't just a sport, it's mental warfare in glitter. Less time, more pressure. The 3-set terror. Let's start with the basics. In men's Grand Slam matches, players have 5 sets to claw back from mistakes. Lose the first 2? No biggie? Ask Novak. He's turned that into a hobby. But in women's tennis, it's best of 3 sets. That's it. Lose the first set, and you're already staring down the barrel of elimination. That means every double fault, every missed return, every unforced error is magnified. No buffer. No margin for mood swings. No, let me feel things out for a while. Think of it like this. Men are allowed to have a mental hangover. Women? They better be emotionally caffeinated from the first serve. Emotional resilience, a constant mind maze. Let's talk emotions, because women's tennis isn't just physical, it's an emotional tightrope. The stereotypes are as old as the sport. Too emotional, too dramatic, unstable under pressure. But what people forget is that women players are often more in tune with their emotions, and that makes their mental resilience even more impressive. Serena Williams didn't win 23 Grand Slams by bottling things up like a stoic monk. She won by channeling rage, confidence, doubt, and grief into laser-guided aggression. And when she cried after losses, that wasn't weakness, it was release. Reboot? Ready for war again? In women's tennis, tears and triumph often exist in the same set. The ranking roller coaster. No one is safe. Let's play a game. Name the top 5 women's players right now. Go ahead. I'll wait. Hard, right? Because unlike the men's side, where Djokovic, Nadal, and Federer have hogged the top spot like it's the last seat on a lifeboat, women's tennis is a game of musical chairs. New champions pop up like TikTok trends. This unpredictability might make it more exciting for fans, but for players, it's anxiety on steroids. One early round exit and you're falling down the rankings like Wile E. Coyote off a cliff. Consistency is a myth, and reputation doesn't buy you anything. Mental toughness isn't optional, it's currency. Media scrutiny, serving questions and side-eye. Let's have a moment of silence for every woman who's had to answer, "What are you wearing today?" after winning a match that took 2 hours of athletic excellence. The truth is, women in tennis are often battling, not just opponents, but also the narrative. Did she smile enough in her post-match interview? Was she too aggressive, too emotional, too quiet, too loud? And let's not forget the pressure to look good while sweating buckets under stadium lights. Men can rock a sweat-soaked shirt and look focused. Women, disheveled. How do you stay mentally locked in when your forehand winners are competing with your fashion choices for media attention? Social media, the new court of judgment. In today's game, female tennis players face more than just press conferences, they face online trolls. Every mistake or emotion triggers a flood of criticism, with scrutiny on everything from their game to their looks and personal lives. There's no escape, even post-match. Now, mental strength means tuning out not just the crowd, but the entire internet. The coaching chaos, women's side is straight up confusing. Here's a weird one. Coaching rules in women's tennis are a confusing mess, sometimes allowed, sometimes not, depending on the event. This inconsistency famously sparked chaos in the 2018 Serena Osaka US Open final. While men's coaching rules are clear-cut, women face unclear, emotionally charged situations that can derail entire matches. It's not just tennis, it's mental gymnastics.
The body battle. Hormones, cycles, and stamina. Here's a truth bomb you won't hear during ESPN commentary. Women play tennis while managing hormonal changes that can impact mood, stamina, pain, and even vision. Ever tried to stay calm during a tiebreaker while cramping and bloated? Yeah, didn't think so. Men don't deal with this. Full stop. For women, the biological calendar doesn't pause for Wimbledon. You've got to play through it, smile through it, and win through it with the world watching. That's not just tough, that's superhuman. The pay gap and respect deficit. Sure, Grand Slams offer equal prize money, but beyond that, women still face major pay gaps in smaller tournaments, sponsorships, and appearance fees. Despite training just as hard and often delivering thrilling matches, they're still undervalued and dismissed. It's not just financial, it's personal. And battling that kind of disrespect week after week takes incredible mental toughness. Championship stigma. Damned if you do, doubted if you don't. Ever notice how when a woman dominates in tennis, she's too powerful, too muscular, or ruining the beauty of the game? But if she loses early, she's overrated, too distracted, or probably dating someone. Men, they get lauded for dominance. Women, they get picked apart like it's open mic night at the Criticism Cafe. So when Iga Swiatek wins a tournament, some fans say the field is weak. When Coco Gauff loses early, she's not living up to the hype. Basically, if you're a woman in tennis, there's no mental off-season. Rising faster, falling harder. Last one. Let's talk about how fast women rise to fame and how brutally fast they fall. In women's tennis, one breakout win can catapult a teenager to global fame. Just ask Emma Raducanu. But the pressure to stay at the top is relentless. While men are given time to develop, women are expected to peak instantly or be labeled a disappointment. The rise is fast, the fall is brutal, and surviving it all under the public eye is less sport, more psychological thriller. The real champions of grit. So next time you watch a women's tennis match, don't just admire the volleys and outfits. See the mental warfare, the emotional mastery, the social endurance, the ability to navigate hate, hormones, and hype while still hitting 120 miles per hour serves. If men's tennis is a marathon of muscle, women's tennis is a sprint through a minefield wearing heels. And the ones who make it through, they're not just athletes, they're mind game assassins in tennis skirts. If you enjoyed this dive into the real-world intensity behind women's tennis, smash that like button like Serena on a second serve. Subscribe for more hilarious, educational, and brutally honest sports content. And don't forget to share this with your tennis-loving friends, especially the ones who still think men have it harder. Trust us, after reading this, they'll think twice before calling women's tennis easier.